Alright, morning folks. Today is March 3rd, and if you follow along on Instagram or YouTube, well, I'm trying to catch up on YouTube, you will know we took our first zero yesterday. Took a zero at Shell Island. This is the place when you catch a ride from the ferry across the river they bring you to. And yeah, I don't think I've gotten film or pictures since we got on the ferry, so a little bit of a backstory. We got here. I had a conference call at 2 o'clock with Tell Your Trail, hopped on that. Then we had a hiker that we had met in that section catch up to us and stay with us. And we had just planned on a Nero day. So we go into town. You can walk to town from here. I wish I could have gotten that video for you. Super cool town, St. Mark's. So we got there. We grubbed down on some food. And then we walked back. And it was a pleasant night. I set my videos to upload. And well, I set my videos to upload as soon as I got off the phone with Tell Your Trail. So at like 3 o'clock, set my video to upload. It took a full 22 hours to upload one footage. It didn't upload until 1 o'clock yesterday. So we're sitting in here yesterday morning. One of the other hiker was going down to Tallahassee. He had to fix some ankle problem. So we're sitting in there and we're kind of talking and looking at the weather. It was raining a lot yesterday. And then a lot with the videos too. Like, I'm so far behind, so I wanted to upload that. And while that was going on, kind of came to the consensus we hadn't taken a zero yet on trail, good spot as any. So took a zero yesterday. We already resupplied at the Dollar General the way up there, and then walked back. So yeah, that's kind of the backstory. So we took our first zero trail. Didn't really want to. It was more of a not a body necessity, more of kind of just like, you know what? It's raining. I got videos to upload. I'm so far behind on those. So yeah, that's kind of the gist of the zero day. Couldn't get any footage because my phone was occupied the entire time with uploading footage. I got to figure that out. It was nuts, but really friendly staff here, really cool spot. So yeah, that is the story. All right. We are back on trail. Shell Island, you have to walk back to the bike path. That's the trail. Behind me is St. Mark's. And like I said, we walked in there the other day to go to the Riverside Cafe. Really cool town. We popped into Beau Lynn's, which is a National Historic Landmark. And we met the owner who'd been living there for 55 years. That was really cool. So we connected our footsteps by walking back into town for lunch. That was cool. Because with the St. Mark Ferry, if you do the Shell Island, you get put up trail and you got to walk back. So we're back on trail. I had to stop for a second to grab a Pop-Tart and gloves and a balaclava because it's still chilly out. So Hardy got a little ahead of me. But we do this bike path up until, I don't know, I think it's the Highway 93. Then we cut over on that. So and just sit back into a nice morning cruise. This bike path has nice little benches alongside. There's also a privy a little ways back too. That was pretty cool. As you can tell, it's cold for Florida. Still just a nippy enough to put the gloves on and the balaclava. Florida Trail, Florida Trail. All right, this is Wakula River. And if you see that sign down there, that's actually pretty cool. You can actually see manatees in here. I doubt we will see them because we're kind of just crossing and cruising. But that's pretty cool. You can see some manatees. It is a clear river comparatively for Florida. So what's confusing is there are blazes over there, but then I saw Hardy turn off into here. So the feet are about to get wet. I'm gonna see if I can catch him because there's two sets of blazes. One puts you on this path, and the other keeps you on the bike path. But I guess we'll go this path. Oh, it's gonna be wet. Nice benches. St. Mark does take really good care of their trail. Look at this, very pleasant. I know there's swamps in the future though. I have a very strong feeling. Take a high water out though, soon. Oh, fancy, fancy. They go on fancy, fancy. It's to heft up the pack and just leave it there so you don't have to walk with the weight. Very cool. All right, so I think this is our future, or at least foreseeable future for a few miles. It's kind of this 2-track. For a while. One sec. Blaze. That last little kind of loop section that brought us to here, really cool, wet feet, but really, really beautiful forest. So yeah, we're gonna step on this for a while. I don't know, a few miles, maybe more. So this is the type of stuff you just sit back, relax, and let your body just propel you forward. Whew. We getting it. Feels good to be out walking again. I don't know if I talked on this. I don't know if you want to necessarily hear it, but that 0 day, I don't know. I really, really wanted to do this trail without any zeros, and we could have tried to make it work, but literally the film, what I'm doing right now, for one video it took 21 plus hours to upload. Next video took 10 plus hours. So, and I'm so far behind, backlogged with the videos, that knowing that we're gonna finish this here in 10 days, I got about 2 or 3 days until the next trail system. I had to start chewing away at it. It would reach a point that I'd be so far behind, I would never catch y'all up, and I wanna keep it as real time as possible. So I'm gonna try to catch y'all up. So by the time we finish this trail, you're finishing it along with us. And then when we kind of already got to go back to real life, and this is my real life, so I got to keep stepping on the next trail system. So we'll start that one together. So I was getting to a point that there was just too much video footage backlogging up and had to do it. So it hurt the mentality. Really, really wanted to do this trail without a zero, but you got to learn to adapt. And sometimes that adaptation comes in the form of a zero. Our physically bodies didn't want it or need it. Minds necessarily didn't want it, but the chores dictated it. So it still hurts the mentality. But on another note, how we rationalized it in the brain is, so the town of Bristol, one second. The town of Bristol, whoops, is 90 to 100 miles away from us, and we have both shoe boxes there that we, even without the 0 day, we were going to get on Friday and probably stay there. So yesterday was Tuesday, and if we would have hiked out, we would have maybe done 20 miles around there, got a later start, and then we would have had today and tomorrow to do 30s and then do maybe a 10-mile into town. But instead, with that 0, to keep our average up and our pace up, today we're going to try to do a mid-30, tomorrow we're going to try to do a mid-30, and then just do a bigger day into town, so it keeps us on the same schedule. So regardless of hiking out yesterday or taking that 0 yesterday, we're still going to get into town on Friday. It's just that day into town is going to take longer. So that helps the mentality a little bit, but it still hurts knowing that we took a 0 on this trail. We got to live with it. So we'll get back to it. Thought you should know what goes on in the Constantine's brain. No, not creepy at all. It's the context around it, right? Not creepy at all. A little bit of burn field we're walking through. As you can see, the clouds are dark-ish. It's just enough that you don't want to take off the rain jacket. I won't be fooled. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, well, Florida ain't gonna fool me again. Well, it does fool me every single time. But a little bit of burn field. All right, we're leaving 2-track for a little bit. I was just filming and saying we're leaving 2-track to trail for a few miles, and then I think it's back to 2-track. A zig and a zag and a zig and a zag. We just be zigzagging. Oh, it's getting thicker. Come on, get down with the thickness. Oh, good time to start filming. I tell you, there's a sixth sense with the camera eventually. You're just like, oh, I'm gonna start filming, and then something cool pops up. Beautiful. No. Yeah, so the Spring Creek area is that way if you continue on trail, but if you just read the sign, there's a road walk reroute. Well, welcome to the Florida Trail again, because one, it's not passable. It has Pluff Mud, and if you're not familiar with Pluff Mud, I mean, also look at the trail right there. It's just pure swamp. So, but that's not the big deal. They make us pass through swamps all the time anyway. It's the Pluff Mud. So Pluff Mud is really, really, it's like quicksand, but mud form. You can keep sinking in that stuff, and there's a word for it, but I don't know what the word is when it doesn't have a bottom. And since it's a tidal area, that coupled with the rain, coupled with many things, they recommend not doing it, as you saw with the sign, because impassable is a strong word to use, but it could be impassable. There's some people that did it last year, or maybe this year, but you gotta pick and choose your battles. So we got a little bit of road walkery route. Nothing new. So I found a bullet. Not just a shell, like a full bullet along the side of the road. Probably carry it to a trash can. It's probably smart to pick up ammunition, right? Put my fingerprints all over it. But yeah, that's a full bullet. So I'm gonna bring it to a trash can and chuck it. New road. Looks the same, doesn't it? But it's new. It feels new. You can walk a road and then you can take a turn in a few miles, and even though you're still on road, it gives you that kind of like oomph of energy. So we're getting close to finishing up the Spring Creek alternate. I don't know, another mile and a half. Look at it. Beautiful rose bushes along the trail. Nice. So I don't get enough videos of this type of stuff on the Florida Trail. And that's a nice boat. But to become a true Florida native, you must have at least one boat in your yard that doesn't look like it's been in the water for years. And that's a nice boat. And it's funny, it's literally smack dab in front of the house. Sometimes they put them on the side, sometimes in the backyard, but literally, you walk out your front door, you see that boat. The amount of boats that you pass on the Florida Trail road walks that are just kind of scattered throughout the house. It is amazing. That is how you know you're a true Floridian. You have a boat in your yard, maybe 2 boats, maybe 3 boats. No matter how many boats, you have boats in your yard. Back into St. Mark's we go. Ooh. All right, back on the FT. So we got about, I don't know, not even 3 miles. About 2.5-ish to the end of this map section, end of the Swanee and Big Bend. Wow, that feels like a lifetime ago. It was only a couple days ago. So yeah, I think the next 2.5 miles are kind of like this, and then we got kind of like this, a little bit of swamp. Y'all been watching, y'all know what's coming. So yeah, we got some swamp travel ahead of us before camp tonight. I think we're gonna do another 7.5, 8-ish. There's just some random camping spots up trail a little bit, and that's where we're gonna go. Cool. What a day. It's been kind of cruisy miles, but this weather, it's just been interesting weather. Like, it's just been a good nip in the air. For Florida, that's interesting. Well, not really. Actually, we got in a lot of nippy days. I don't know what I'm saying anymore, so I'm just stop filming. Couple ponds you cross right from trail. You could access the water. Not at the pond itself maybe, but at the little spillway. To get to the pond you would have to, it's not too bad, you could get there. It always makes me laugh how they define how big of a trail sign they want. They're like, you know what? We're gonna make this one extra large. It's okay, Florida Trail, you don't need to compensate. I love you. We're getting close to Apalachicola. About half a mile until new trail who dis and new forest who dis. I get it. Well, it may not look like much, folks, kind of just a parking area, but that is the Swanee Big Bend section, 180-ish miles. Apalachicola, well, called Eastern Panhandle map section. So yeah, we get in there, we step in. Just switching over maps right now. Oh baby, okay. We in the Panhandle, Apalachicola. And guess what? It's only taken me a week to roll that word around my tongue to actually get it somewhat right. Probably still not completely right, but yeah, only taken about a week to kind of chew through that word. I used to be Apalachicola, or yeah, there was a lot of words that did not sound like Apalachicola. Wow, I keep getting it one after another. Whew, good stuff. Away go. All right, this is more exciting than just a parking lot. Little kiosk with something growing on the roof. And in the kiosk, I believe there should be a trail register. Sweet. First trail log in a while. It's about time. Oh, awesome. Gonna be actually able to see where some of these nobos are. That's too far back. They're already done, at least in this area. Very cool. Oh, fancy finding you here, Patrick. How'd you get here? How'd you get all the way up here? Who would have thunk? That's interesting that he would make it all the way into the swamp to Apalachicola. He must be stepping some miles. Good job, Patrick. You're gonna have to tell me how you do it, Patrick. You're gonna have to learn me. Ooh, these boards. Oh, got some bounce in the middle. They might need a little bit of repair eventually. So far, so good though. They got a little too much bounce than I prefer. It's funny what the Florida Trail builds around. Like, if you're looking at the ground right now, that's just smooth walking for Florida Trail standards. I don't fully get it, but I'm not going to argue with it because it's nice being on a boardwalk. Don't take the eyes off the prize. If I look at y'all, I'm gonna do a split. Don't want that. Don't want that. I don't want to leave some jewels in Florida. Ooh, that one's a bouncy one. Wow, good boardwalk, folks. Good boardwalk. I always wonder where to cut it off with these ones. Because like, it's cool for me doing the zigzags, but wonder back home how long y'all want to watch like a consistent boardwalk for. I'm betting it's not as long as I'm actually walking it. But by the time we talked, we got to the end. Cool. The Florida Trail, I like it. Y'all are keeping us somewhat dry. There's like a secret path. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, but they cut this like path into here. And to my right, we were on a old roadbed for a second and it got super flooded. But the Florida Trail said, no, I'm gonna reroute you around that. I'm not gonna make you walk through that. Wow, Florida Trail, you always keep surprises in your bag, huh? That surprise was a pleasant one. Usually the surprise is leaning towards the pleasant in a different sense. Pleasant when you look back and you got through it. Not instant pleasantness. Okay, I must stop. All right, folks, there is a camp down this side trail. Oh, it's literally right there. You can see it from trail. But I am sorry, I am not walking down there for y'all. Somebody said ticks, and that's gonna make me step the hell out. There's some benches over there, some flat spots. Y'all seen camps before, right? Okay, it's a camp. Not trying to be mean, but somebody said there's ticks there. Not gonna even step into it. I have gotten too many ticks on this trail. Then 1, it's safe. 2, it's preferable. 3 is just ticks. No. So, nope. I'm gonna nope my way right out of that situation. And even while we were talking, thank you, Florida Trail, for giving me this. Whew, that's chilly. Whew. To drown any ticks on my shoes. I do appreciate this, actually, Florida Trail. Thank you. All right, so I'm walking back into trail. I'm going southbound, look at that. I'm walking back into trail to get water from this stream. Probably could get it even from right there. But I'm gonna grab it where it's flowing. And yeah, this is a nice little stream. I just wanted to throw my pack down somewhere that was sandy instead of ticky. And it looks all right. It's gonna be very tannic water apparently, so that's fine. It's gonna be water for camp. Camp's in about 3 miles. Now I just gotta make sure I put this away so when I dip down, I don't drop it in the water. Cool. So stay on your P's and Q's in Apalachicola. We're not really that deep into it. I don't know, 4 miles-ish, right around there. But it peters out, crosses these dirt roads. Like, it has a lot of kind of twists and turns so far. So we heard that about it. Yeah, just keep following the blazes. Like, it's not complicated, but it's more twisty and turny than usual. So yeah, just keep your eyes open. They tried, but the swamp shall overtake. They did try, but the swamp claims all eventually. If we stay in Florida long enough, it will claim us too. Oh yeah, nice. Trail. So morning. This might be the only clip you have of us packing up in the bright or the sun or the light or whatever it may be.
Quite unusual.
I think this is the first time we've packed up camp. I think we started packing up around 6:50. I don't want to hike. I just want to sleep in my tent all day. It's cold. We have Brighton Bay ahead of us, or Bradwell Bay, and we ran into a hiker and we were talking with her and she's like, oh, you're gonna do Bradwell Bay? And like in my mind I'm like, oh yeah, because I still thought it was like 100-200 miles in the future. It's today. So we woke up at like our normal time. I heard Hardy storing at moving around at 4:35, and I'm like, oh dude, let's just let that sun come up. We're gonna be in the swamp all day. Let the sun warm up the swamp just a little bit. So we kicked it in the tents for a little bit. So yeah, this is rare scenage of packing up in the light. Usually we're 2 hours into stepping at this point. So yeah, Bradwell Bay's today. It's gonna be something. There's a river called Monkey Creek, that they say there's a boat that you need to get across with, and it's just on one of the shores. You just get lucky on one of the shores. It's like, oh, it could be on that shore, it could be on this shore. One way or the other, you might be fucked. Screwed. I don't cuss on here, so, well, I also don't edit stuff out, so you got both. But Monkey Creek is gonna be something. So yeah, we kind of procrastinated as long as possible, but those miles ain't gonna eat themselves or drink themselves at this point. So yeah, we're gonna go get it. I don't want to work. I just want to lay in my sleeping bag all day. Yeah. Wow. Some deep burn. So I thought this would be fun to show you as well as tell you. So eventually on the Florida Trail, even with all the film I have and that y'all see, like massive amounts of film, you eventually don't film stuff like that. Because why? Because you probably hit pockets like that hundreds of times during the day. It would not be practical. But eventually, you just kind of disregard them. You're like, Florida Trail, it's like a little kind of foot dip. And, oh, it's going to be nothing compared to Bradwell Bay. Oh, baby. You know that feeling when you're like, it's a future me problem, and then all of a sudden it's a, oh shit, it's a current me problem? Yeah, that's kind of what we're sitting in right now. I thought Bradwell Bay was at least another 200 miles down. I thought it was like very close to the end of trail, but no, it's today. It is today. So yeah, it is a current me problem. It's time to deal with it as current me deals with it by getting through it. All right, so it's begun trail, huh? It's begun, you say. That one I can get under easy, this one not so much. Whew. All right, Trey. All right. Oh, wow, that was deeper than I expected because it's a bog. Wow. Okay, I consumed my foot this morning. Oh, you began, huh? All right, me and the trail need to do some talking here. Get back to you. There's just no way, Hardy.
No.
Never say never?
I mean, you're going to do that 8 feet.
So this is the Schloppy River camp spot. And yeah, first like good camp spot we've seen in a while. We had to get creative with ours last night. But nice little bench. Oh, there's a fork.
You don't have your fork anymore.
I don't have my fork anymore, but that's too big to back out. It's a wooden spoon.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
3/4 spoon?
Yeah, I don't want that. I could whittle it down, but no. So yeah, that's the Schloppy River camp, and we'll show you the Schloppy River and show you how sloppy the Schloppy gets in about 0.2 Schloppy miles. That's you didn't hear you didn't hear Hardy behind me, but he said it didn't have an L in it. Probably didn't, but I like the word sloppy, so we're getting sloppy today. And it's a good theme. That's probably what today's gonna be called, sloppy day, or sloppy stepping. I think I found the name for the day. It's gonna get sloppy. What's a good thing though is on the maps it said sometimes this can be a hazard because it floods. That must mean it's really, really low right now. The other day, I don't know what I would have said in one of the videos, but it was like, oh, follow the orange blazes. Like, oh, thanks, man.
Well, his friend that was supposed to meet me to do Bradwell at my chicken
Put a
house.
bridge for us before the swamp. They say we're going to keep you dry just for a little bit longer.
Handbook.
Yep.
I call red lines.
Oh, yeah.
And he's trying to red line in here, which is crazy. And he's like, oh, you don't have to treat the water.
Ooh. That's. Oh. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. My daughter and son-in-law did the whole thing.
All right, so I got a few viewpoints of the Schloppy River. Not too much footage because we had caught up to a hiker yesterday and I didn't know if she wanted to be in the film yet, so I didn't want to accidentally put her in a clip when I was trying to film the river if she wasn't comfortable being in the film. So I'm filming now, kind of asked her, and she said no worries. So in case you see somebody else in the film, it is another hiker that's out here doing a section. And yeah, so the Schloppy River, not too bad. It has a lot of deep dips that if you hit the deep dips and it would be flooded, it would be swimming. But luckily, not too bad. Just very deep kind of dips across the trails. So it was pleasant. It was a pleasant kind of river walk. And now we're about to get to Monkey Creek Bridge, which I believe is our first crossing into the bay. We'll go into the bay, folks. Let's go. Standards. I don't understand the recommendations sometimes. No, there was like a comment that said it was under construction because of one plank. Oh my god. Oh no. What are you gonna do? So this is Monkey Creek Bridge, and it's, I don't know, sometimes you gotta laugh because you wonder with the Florida Trail standards sometimes. So like, there's caution around this bridge being impassable, but even if it was impassable, we've swam creeks like twice that size, 3 times that size, 10 times that size. So I don't...
Without too much of a warning.
Yeah, without any warning. So you wonder sometimes where they're pulling their, oh, don't do this, it's too dangerous from. Maybe there's a lot of gate.
Yeah.
I know, right? You wonder with the Florida Trail standards. So we're actually hitting a river that's not flooded. It's quite the feeling, folks. A normal
Those trees are, the bottoms of those trees are underwater.
A normal river section. Oh, you talking about those trees?
Yeah.
No, let's not worry about those trees.
Yeah, it's not flooded.
No.
I don't know how those ones grew underwater, but that's not flooded.
Comparatively, it's not flooded. So, there's hope in the future. There's hope for us today. Feels good. The Schloppy River. She's not as sloppy as I thought it was going to be. I thought we were going to be slopping through the Schloppy. Magpie. I think Hardy's on the same boat as you, where I mispronounce stuff and it starts to hit a nerve a little bit. I think he understands your pain. You guys are going to have to start a group together to talk through having to deal with Constantine while hiking. He keeps trying. See, he keeps on thinking that the same thing with you, Magpie. You keep thinking if you give me the real name, I'm actually going to use it. I don't understand this mentality. Yeah. Oh, remember what was the creek called? Kung Pao Creek? No. It was oh, I know you remember it because you got super frustrated at me in it. Oh, what was it? Dim Sum Creek. It was Dim Sum Creek, yes. I know exactly the one. I know you know exactly the one I was talking about on the GDT, where I kept doing it and you were just getting so heated. Yeah, you guys are gonna have to start a support group together.
Ever since you got recognized.
Now Hardy's just giving me more shit. No. Now he's just giving me more shit. So, yeah. Again, you can see the Schloppy River over there. It's nice that it's sloppily puts us back towards the Schloppy banks. But, yeah, that's going to be about where the video is. Yeah. To everybody that's hiked with Constantine, y'all going to have to talk through your mental pains together. Because it's a rough one.
Does Bigfoot speak English?
Yeah, Bigfoot probably speaks English. Hardy's trying to make me look stupid here. Well, I guess it doesn't take much to make something look stupid. Stupid is as stupid does, right? Oh, look at that.
You go all into who's not.
We could go into who's stupid and who's not. The Schloppy.
Who's assumed to be stupid? Who's really...
Bigfoot's not. He can speak English. I bet he can do some good math too. It's turned out to be a way longer video than I thought it was going to be because Hardy keeps on bringing up stuff that I got to clarify for a little bit for y'all. So, yeah. Schloppy River, Magpie, mispronounced names. Hardy doesn't like to mispronounce names either, so that was the gist of this video. Okay, we're going to keep hugging the Schloppy.
Definitely spoke Chinese.
Oh, see, that's the same mentality she was on. Yeah, that's why she didn't like it.
Bigfoot speaks English, and First Nation Canadians speak Chinese.
Yeah. You got to make these assumptions.
And small town Americans.
All right, I know you all were worried. I figured out. Another nice camp spot, Martian Camp. This looks like a pretty fine bench. Might sit here, take a little snack break, continue down trail. Yep. All right, so we're starting the Bradwell Bay Section.
Ready for the march, ready for the cleanse, whatever it brings.
And there's a little memorial for everybody who enters here. Whew, there's an alternate that you can walk this road, but we going.
We already committed.
We committed. We walking into the thickness. Let's do it. Oh, look at that. It's really nicely blazed. I doubt it's going to get worse. Oh, is there a trail log?
Let's see what kind of warnings we get.
It would be warnings from Soboers. I don't think...
We want to see Soboers as the last ones to Bacardi rum.
They're saying if you go in, you better drink. That might be water. Is that actually rum?
Oh, yeah.
It can't be rum.
I found some Bacardi in the trail box.
Yeah, that's rum. It smells a little watered down, but that's rum.
It sounds like we might need some before this section.
It says drink before entering here.
It's hilarious.
Okay. A quarter. We need to pay homage to the ferryman to get across, so we gotta carry change. Yeah. So Hardy keeps on trying to taunt the Florida Trail, saying it ain't got nothing.
Sounds like me.
Completely sounds like him, right? So, yeah, we're talking trash to the Florida Trail. Well, maybe I might be talking trash. Cruisy so far. We're not even a full mile into it, so it could change, but it seems very pleasant. Just a nice walk in the sun today. I doubt that will change. All right, we're gonna go. Oh, she got a little thicker, but nothing. We've dealt with this thickness level of the Florida Trail before. Oh, that was just a baby thickness. Not even 2C's thick. We know how to handle this thickness. That was not bad at all. But we'll see as it continues to go. All right, so for the first mile, 2 miles, I think it's closer to 2. This loop is good. It's kind of on an old Forest Service road that you got thick spots, but nothing too bad. But this, I think, is what people are talking about. It turns here, and as you can see, it still looks like trail, but you can see it's not very well maintained. So we're gonna start it. You ready?
Yeah, I need a whiz first, probably.
Yeah. It's still not bad. It's a little overgrown. You can't see much, but it's not bad. Oh, I got a little bit of water. Whew. Again, this is about as bad as the Schwack gets so far. We got about 1.9 miles till where it reconnects with where you had the opportunity to do the cutoff. But this is really not bad. I mean, you can see the trail underneath. Oh, while I get stabbed. Yeah, it's not terrible. It's like pockets of thickness. Not bad at all, folks. Alright, so just came out from there and trail continues this way. I left comments along it. It's kind of a giant loop. It's nothing special, but it is the Florida Trail, so you kind of have to do it if you're doing the Florida Trail and if that's your mentality. You have the option, it's not an official alternate, but a lot of people have been leaving comments that they just take this road and cut across because they say that's really schwacky. As you see with the videos, it's kind of the same as you've been doing on the Florida Trail. You can see the path underneath you the entire time, so it's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad at all. So yeah, we're gonna go up a little bit and get into Bradwell Bay. I thought that was the start, but I think Monkey Creek up here is the start. So let's go see Monkey Creek, shall we? Well, we're not yet to Monkey Creek, but there's some type of flowing water through here. Don't know what it is, but it looks deep. It looks deep. Oh, I feel like an old bridge underneath my feet. Look at that. Good job. Oh. Can't get worse, right? Oh, folks. I think we have found the beginning. This is Monkey Creek. And I don't see the boat's all the way over there. Can you pull it this way? Oh, that's gonna be awesome. All right, I'm gonna start pulling it. No way. You can pull the boat. If you look, this rope is attached. How do you control it? Oh my God. All right. Last time I saw Hardy, he wasn't terribly far behind. I want to wait for him because this boat, there he is. This boat pulling is hilarious. Oh my God. I mean, it can't be deeper than what we're used to. Like, I don't know, hip high, more. Question is, how do you paddle the boat? They don't tell you about that, do they? I've already pulled it a little bit. Right there, you can see the boat. That's awesome. Yeah, we are. Uh-oh. Come on, boat. Come here. Come on. We got treats. We got treats. Yeah, we got treats. Come on. Come on. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, you're so close. Oh, that current. No. Come on. We got treats. We got treats. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
You're gonna put a hole in the boat.
No, you just gotta put pressure in. Come on. Come on.
Yeah. I'm a little low. I'm worried about this boat.
It's going to sink.
It's full of water. We gotta dump this guy out first.
Oh no, we're going for it.
No, we'll have to dump it out first. Alright, we got a boat that's a bit flooded, so we're gonna have to do some work for it.
But how are you supposed to even paddle it?
Well, what are you doing?
I say we just walk. The boat was nice in theory, but might just be better to walk.
We're using the boat.
We got a boat. It ain't great though.
You just got unswamped it. We don't have too much control. We don't have any paddles. But we can just push off stuff, so.
Give it a little push. You know, just Florida Trail type stuff.
I don't know where the other side is.
The other side's over there. I'm gonna have to steer. Yeah. All right. Well, we got her across. Couldn't film much because you had to steer and there was a little bit of a current, but we made it across and we are in for Bradwell Bay, baby. Let's go see what it's about. I hope there are more boats. I think that's the only one. We call those trees the FU height because if you can see, it's not quite tall enough to crawl under without getting into the water. And you can't really hop over it too. So you have to crawl and get on your hands and knees. So that was an FU tree. That was the tree that said, you know what? I'm gonna make you swim. Bradwell Bay, you starting off proper. You wanna live up to your expectations, don't you? Okay. Ooh, almost tripped. Okay. Now this is what I expected of the Bradwell Bay. Water like this consistently. Where do you go, trail? Where do you go, trail? Nothing new. It's Florida Trail. You gotta expect it. All right, folks, we're beginning. We took a little break at this junction to grab some Augs, filter some Augs, and got about 4.6 of Bradwell. And as you can see, oh, bam, shirtless, baby. It ain't gonna scare me. The thick schwack ain't gonna scare me. You might have a video of me cussing in a second, but it's a thick schwack, it's a swim. We're gonna do it.
Ticks love shirtless guys.
The ladies love shirtless guys?
Lady ticks, yeah.
Oh, I don't want lady ticks. Oh, I could have made
That's the swamp ladies.
I withheld that for y'all. I could have made a really, really crude joke there, but I withheld it.
Swamp ladies are actually ticks.
Good job, filter brain. And I think a lot of people could extrapolate where the joke was going. Think about what ticks do. I'm gonna stop right there. All right, the consistent water started pretty quick. Right now, it's just ankle high, but she'll get deeper. Don't you worry, she'll get deeper. Oh, yep. Okay. Oh, okay. Pockets of shin high. All right, I'll bring you along for the journey. Oh, thank God they put a blaze there. Okay, now I can understand why it gets a little confusing. There are no blazes, no trail, giant game of pickup sticks. Usually you can kind of pick the route because it's somewhat evident, but through here, no, not really. Kind of got to go on a hope and a prayer. All right, we'll find it somewhere. It is like a legit maze back here. You never know which way the trail's gonna turn. It is fun. Where does the trail turn? So I was just about to say something really nice about this section, but instead I'm gonna tell you it ain't a through hike until you smack yourself in the face. Tripped over that, tried to catch myself with the trekking poles, pushed down, and as you can see, when you push down, they spring back up. So, yep, it's not a through hike until you smack yourself square in the face with the trekking pole. Ooh, yeah. I was about to say something so nice about this section. I was about to say, oh yeah, you can feel out the rhyme and reason to the trail eventually. And that's when I ate it. Ate it really good. You can figure out kind of these paths that cut through the swamp. So yeah, ate it real good. It's not a through hike until you smack yourself in the face. Camping icon in the middle of nowhere. I have no idea where they want you to camp. I'm assuming somewhere around here, but no idea whatsoever. I don't see anything doable, but the icon is also a little off trail, so you probably could find something. All right, that was Bradwell Island Camp. We're gonna keep chewing. Well, drinking. Ooh, that phone almost went in the water. Watch out. All right. Where, oh, hey, Blaze. Where? Whole party thanks me. I'm breaking so many spider webs. Oh, that was a deep pocket. All right, I'm gonna pay attention. Oh, backed right up into a tree. About halfway through. Look at how big these trees are. There are pockets in here. This is the easy travel when you can see ahead of you. But there are pockets in here that are super, super deep. I try to avoid them. So the trail turns. There's a marker. That's for a southbounder though. I think it turns this way. I see another marker. Beautiful area. It makes sense most of the time where the trail goes. Sometimes it doesn't. You're gonna have to study your maps every so often. For the most part, they put blazes just far enough apart that you can get a sense for where you're going. Yeah, beautiful area. So it's not so much the water depth that will get you. As you can see, the water itself is not high. What gets you is these mud pockets. That's what gets you. And honestly, I don't know where the trail goes from here. Could go that way. Could go that way. Could go that way. That says to the left. So I'm assuming that way. See, this is what gets you. The water's not that deep, but I'm up to waist high because I'm in a pocket of mud. That's what gets you. Whew. It's hard to film through here, y'all, because you never know when you're gonna hit those pockets. Trail goes that way. So I'm going to try to balance my way across that log as best I can. That's where the trail goes. But might not film it because I don't want to fall. Don't want to go into one of those deep holes and lose the camera. So cool. So after you go through the heart of the swamp, it seems so far. I haven't gotten terribly far yet, but it seems so far the trail becomes exponentially easier. Again, I haven't gone terribly far yet, but it feels that way. The water and the pockets aren't nearly as bad. So that first half, when you're coming Nobo, seems to be the hardest, most puzzle piece and most kind of maze type mentality, and deepest mud and deepest water. It seems to be getting pretty well blazed and pretty open. So we'll see how it turns out. Well, first dry ground in a while. But I don't think it's the end. We still have 1.5 miles to the end of Bradwell. So yeah, gonna enjoy this while it lasts. I think, like I said, it's becoming easier. Could be because we've been in it for a while, but it does really seem like the northern end, or I guess western end, is easier than the first half. So yeah, gonna get to that parking lot, have a late drying out party around 4 o'clock, and see if we can still plug in about 10 more miles. So yeah, gonna be some late hiking tonight. Got out of camp late, and then this bay area is eating to the average for sure. You cannot hold a pace through there, but really cool. So I don't know, it's a different type of swamp feel. Like, it feels the same as in Florida always puts you in swamps, but then that swamp, I guess swamps have different tastes to them, literally and figuratively. Well, those are both the same, literally and oh god, my mind's not working. Whatever, literally and figuratively. Because I did taste that water. Ew. got me in a sucker hole. There's so much hope. You saw my last clip, just cruising on stuff like that. And then, like half a mile to the trailhead, it caught me in a sucker hole. All right, we made it. We made it. Bradwell Bay, check mark. Wow. There to there is something. We've night hiked swamps. Do not even try to night hike that swamp. There is no way. It's impossible. So yeah, this is gonna be where our drying out party is. I'm gonna find a couple sun patches and start trying stuff out. Wait for Hardy. Bradwell Bay was a beast. That was a good chunk of change. Got here like right at 4, so hit that goal. And hit the main goal of hiking the entire thing shirtless. Hell yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna start drying out, kick back, relax, and we still got miles to do after this, but we need to do a dry out party. Cool. Bradwell Bay. Ooh, baby. You know how to do it. So I don't like that. I've been here for about 45 minutes and no Hardy. I don't think I was going that much faster. It just must mean he got turned around that much more. Kind of set this spot as the meetup spot. So don't really want to just pack up and go. Come on, Hardy. I'm hoping he gets here within the hour. Like, outside of an hour seems excessive for him to be behind. It was a difficult section. Like, you did have to do a lot of twists and turns and a lot of high stepping. So he could have fallen and gotten wet and then taken a break. I don't see him taking a break in that section, though. So more likely than not, he'll pop up in these next 15 minutes. I'm hoping so. So I'm packed up. I'm ready to keep stepping. These bugs are hitting me. Come on, Hardy. Fuck, there he is. So I got just far enough that I was just worried enough that it started coming back, and the timing was just right for me to dip my feet one more time after being there for an hour. So I started backtracking, and literally if I would have waited one more minute, I would have been right there and I would have been able to see him without getting the feet wet. But I backtracked and my timing was slightly off, so there he is. That was a little worrisome. I don't think he's ever been that far behind. But that was a section. Already met. Oh, almost one more fall, huh? He's alive. He is out of the Apalachicola. Why do I always have such a... Bradwell Bay. That's it. I always have such a hard name.
That was Apalachicola, huh?
Oh yeah, that was the Apalachicola. That was the apple. Alright, so turning off this back onto trail. You walk this for, I don't know, half mile, maybe less, after you pop out of the swamp. Oh wow, and it gets thick again. Nice. Nice. So, yeah, Hardy is safe. That was a little worrisome. I'd never known him to be an hour behind. So I walked back into trail 0.3, 0.4, not far. As you saw, just enough to get the feet wet. And you could tell he had a go of it in that swamp. We both did, but he got to the trailhead and he still needed to dry out stuff. And I'd already been there for an hour and we're already gonna be night hiking, and I like to not night hike as much as possible. So I'm pushing ahead. He'll probably be there drying out for however long I was. I don't know, less than an hour maybe. But I didn't really feel like waiting. I don't know if he was exactly enthused about that, but I was there for a long time, and you got to find a blend with your hiking partners. And I think we do have a good blend, but our paces are very similar, and kind of that hour outside the scope, I wasn't gonna just leave him. I walked back and found him, but yeah, I just don't like night hiking. So I'm continuing on. He'll catch in camp tonight. He might be an hour behind, but I'll try to use the light as much as possible before it goes away. It's gonna probably go away within the next hour-ish, so I wanna grab it while I can. Wow, it got thick again. All right, Trail, I see you, I see you. Oh, Florida Trail. It just doesn't end. Oh, man. We'll see how far we can get. There's really nowhere to camp until about 8 miles. We will see. It feels like I'm back in it. Oh no! Bradwell Bay. No. Oh. I wonder what Hardy's gonna do. He might hit this at dark. Oh, come on. Alright, time for some road walking. The Langston Trailhead is right there. It's an old historic house. But as you can see, that sun's setting, so we would barely be able to see it. So, one second, car's coming. Whew. Trucks. Jesus. So we got road walking for a little bit. It puts you up towards the Smith Creek area, but we have to road walk up to Forest Road 319, I believe, and cut across with 309. So I'm going to try to get to the river to have a little bit of light left to show you, but more likely than not, that sun's setting quick. So yeah, this might be my last video with light. Might get one in for you in camp, but we will see. All right, keep on keeping on. All right, turning on FR13, I believe. Yep, FR13. Got some dirt road walking ahead. I'm pushing, trying to make that bridge for the sunset. Well, the sun's pretty much already set. I want to make that bridge with the Apalachee River so you can at least see it before nightfall. It's about 0.7 ahead, so I'm gonna try. All right, I made it. Made it in time for y'all to see the Apalachicola River. Barely made it. It's about like 6:53, I think. So, yeah, I was able to make it. Just barely. So morning, about 6:20. Hardy never showed up to camp last night. Granted, I did camp on a turnout about half a mile from our pre-designated camp spot, but I don't see how he would have passed by without seeing me unless he took a big alternate. So, that's a little worrisome. And as you can hear, I'm in water again this morning. Ooh, it doesn't take long. Ooh, deeper than I want it to be. But yeah, there's no service through Apalachicola so far, so I haven't been able to text him. I have a feeling though, he took an alternate around. There was really nowhere to camp from where we left coming out of the coming out of the bay to here. So yeah, we'll see if we can find him. See if I can find the trail continuously. It zigzags a lot. So all right, Apalachicola, we're gonna try to get out of here today. About 32 miles, 33-ish. All right, so I just passed our campsite, our designated one that we were shooting for yesterday, and he's not there. And also, that designated camp spot, there's not really anywhere to camp. So glad I made the judgment call last night to camp on a little pull off. So if he did do a reroute around, I don't know where he would have gone besides. He wouldn't have cut back into trail, so my theory is he's ahead. But what is good is today we have a cutoff point. You can only get so far without walking into town. There's like the Apalachicola Trailhead is 33 miles, and you can probably camp around there. And then after that, it's a 10-mile road walk into the town of Bristol. So there's a cutoff point with how far you can go unless you want to walk a 43 into town. So might find him later today. My theory is he's ahead. That's what would make the most sense. I don't see him being behind. But yeah, we will find out. I feel okay because he's a strong hiker, and I feel okay knowing he got out of Bradwell Bay. Because after you get out of Bradwell Bay, the rest of this is pretty straightforward. Follow the orange blazes. You can't really get lost. Bradwell Bay could be a full maze though. So yeah, I'm glad I waited for him there. If I would have left without knowing he got out of there, I would be way more worried. But like I said, he's hiked trails before. He knows what's up. This is pretty straightforward. You follow the orange blazes. All right. I'm gonna try not to worry too much. I guess I like just to worry, but he's around somewhere. My theory is ahead. So Apalachicola is really the first time that you don't really have pretty consistent service on the Florida Trail. But I was able to just get one little bar of LTE for a second, just dropped it again. But Hardy did get in front of me. That's kind of his mentality, is if he's gonna have to push, he pushes regardless. So he probably was hiking until 11 o'clock last night at least, which is weird. I didn't hear him go by me. He must have done an alternate. But he got to Indian Creek last night, so I'm going to be hitting that camp in about a little underneath a mile now. So yeah, it's good to know that he is up ahead. So catch him sometime today. Like I said, there's that cutoff that we can't really go past a certain point today, because then it's just all road walk and there's nowhere to camp along that road walk. So put my hand back in my glove because I can't feel my hands, but that's really good to know. Party at the boardwalk. Party at the boardwalk, yeah. So this must be where Hardy camped. Indian Creek Camp. Oh, he got a good one. He got a good one. But our trail continues this way. So that means he is out of camp. Do not know what time he sent text messages last night or this morning. So, yeah, I don't know necessarily what his plans are for the miles, but better catch him at a drying out party sometime today. Let go. The trail just has no chill. First time I've had service, so I'm trying to return some work emails, and all of a sudden, feet are in a bog. Come on, trail. Like, I get it. I know I'm not supposed to be in my phone on trail, and I've talked about this a lot on different interviews, and especially with Tell Your Trail, is finding the balance in that work and enjoyment of trail, and they're one and the same. And I know I shouldn't be in my phone, but this is time sensitive, trail. Let me return some emails. Emails and walk. There's Netflix and chill and emails and walk. I gotta say, I'm leaning towards one right now. I think y'all know. All right, I'm gonna try to work again. Less boggy. Huh. I wonder who was here. Oh, Hardy was here. Yeah, he's would have been nice if you left me a timestamp, man, but yeah, he's ahead. I already had figured that out, but all right, we're gonna keep on going. Wade in the water. It's actually a little dry for the time being. Nice cut in half Florida trail sign right there. Thank you for putting us on a little bit of a road for a little bit. I have a feeling though that there are swamps to come. I remember Z was talking about some toilets. There was a good amount of days that he saw toilets, so this is my first 1, 2, 3 toilets. Spatterings of a fourth maybe. Oh joy. All right, so I have not stopped walking for about 5 hours now. It's close to 11, I don't know, 10:40-ish, 10:45-ish. I'm about a mile out from Village Trailhead, and haven't caught up to Hardy yet, and the service, besides that one little bubble, haven't been able to get more, so really don't know where he is. But haven't caught up to him. I mean, our paces usually are similar-ish. I'm usually, I don't know, anywhere from 10, 20 to 30 minutes ahead of him. A lot of the time for the videos, I'll sit back so I can get him in the shot. But if I'm opening up the pace, usually I'm just a tad bit faster. So it would be hard to catch him if he had a 3 mile to 4 mile head start, as well as an hour head start, because he probably got out of camp about an hour earlier than I did. So probably if I don't catch him at the Village Trailhead where he would be drying out gear, I'll probably won't see him until camp, and that's super cool. But yeah, been walking for close to 5 hours, and gonna take a break up at this trailhead. If I find him or not, more likely than not, it'll just be running into him either at a break spot later, farther down the trail, or at camp tonight. So, cool. Cruising. There's that Florida sound y'all love to hear. Nice camp, kind of the classic camp that we've been passing. Couple benches, fire pit, and open spot. I'd say it's one of the nicer ones we've passed. All right, here's the Villa Trailhead. Haven't caught up to Hardy. Those aren't his footprints. Those are crossed to Hunter, and he said that Grits was ahead of us, so those are probably Grits' footprints. But I'm gonna use this spot as a drying out party right here. Like I said, probably won't catch him, so yeah, that's the that's the plan. This condensation in the morning has been gnar. My tent is absolutely soaked. Sleeping bag, not too bad. Fly, I didn't use it last night. And just sitting with all my gear right here. Yeah, just filtered water. And that's the color of the filtered water. No, I don't add any flavoring into it. That is just the color. Why I got this video, though, is my shoes are just epically trashed. I mean, it's more whole. This entire seam down this line is gone. The backs are gone. Again, you can see directly into the shoe, so when I walk, I collect a lot of good stuff. But yeah, these shoes have been gone for a while. So can't wait to get the new shoes tomorrow morning. We have to get there by 10 to 12, but yeah, we're gonna camp within 10 miles of town. Just leave that road walk for tomorrow. So should be able to get there at like 8 a.m. Get breakfast, pick up the package. Yeah, so trying to dry it out a little bit. Been here about 10 minutes. Probably hang out for 15 more. Don't really feel like breaking. I just want to dry out the stuff. So yeah, gonna keep on cruising. Might even get into camp early tonight. Have about 16 and a half more miles. With the 5 hours of just not stopping, was able to eat up some good mileage. So yeah, should be able to get into camp, I don't know, 5-ish, maybe even less. Probably around 5-ish. Q. I almost forgot, guys. I don't know what the hell I'm thinking. But look who it is. Found the hardy man. So yeah, he was in front and then behind and then in front and then behind. So kind of bounced in this last section. Yeah, he liked to rub in that he still got a 30-mile day in yesterday. Well, look at him.
Wait, now you might get a 30-mile in today.
I will get a 30. I will get a 30 in, and then Hardy will be hovering right at that 30 cusp. Maybe. I think you still will get a 30 in because I think it was like.
If we go to the parking lot.
Yeah. That sly dog. But yeah. Yeah, he's banging some socks out, trying some stuff out, and yeah, we're gonna keep on cruising, and we got that cutoff that I was talking about, so we got like 15 miles max left, and we'll see what we can do. So let's see if you can see it. The trail makes you walk this road. I'm about to connect back to, well, this is trail, but about to connect back to dirt road / trail. But wow, the bugs. They just got better as soon as I started filming. But yeah, they're swarming. They are swarming. Oh, the Florida Trail. We travel along the Florida Trail. All right, so we're getting close to the junction where we split on the Lakes Trail or the Florida Trail. It kind of does 2 loops around this kind of area, but it's like 5 miles. So yeah, it's been dry, hot, wet type of day. Ow. So this is one of the first signs on the Florida Trail I've seen with mileage. That's pretty cool. So Villas Campground 6.4. I don't know which villas that is. Is that the one that we came from? Camel Lake and then Trail of Lakes. So official route goes this way. Alternate goes this way. We're gonna take the official route. It's all Florida Trail, but yeah, we're gonna kind of cruise and see what's up. Cool. Oh, look who's in the top left corner. All right, last video was right behind me at that junction. Might actually take the alt So this is the Trail of Lakes Alt. The other one goes west really far and to cut back, and this one kind of just hugs the side and cuts up. So yeah, hopping on the Trail of Lakes Alt. We've been doing a lot of swamp. It will be nice. Well, we probably have swamp in this one too, but it'll just be nice to sit back and cruise. So, oh, cruisy, cruisy. Uh-oh. Huh. All right. Choices have been made. We will see what those choices turn out to be. All right. It seems pleasant so far, but you can also see that there is a lot of damage. Uh-oh. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Oh man. Mistakes might have been made. Not too bad. Ooh, these don't look balanced well. But they're pretty legit. Uh-oh. The swamp. You can never avoid the swamp. Not too bad. Well, that sucks. Bridge used to go from here to there, but it's over there. So what I'm gonna do is, let's see if I can see it. Oh, don't fall in, don't fall in. That worked. It would be deep if not. All right. Oh, as soon as I start, huh? This is where it reconnects. Not bad. A little overgrown in some sections, as you saw. But now we got about 3 miles, and we're going to try to camp as closest to that highway as possible to bump out some early morning miles to get into the post office tomorrow. Most likely we'll get there around 8. Post office opens at 10. It's a Saturday, so it's only open from 10 to 12. And get new shoes. Oh, and socks. Oh my God. 2 pairs of socks is not enough for the Florida Trail, especially Apalachicola. Whew, baby. Yeah, so we got about 3 miles. I think it gets swampy again, but cruisy, cruisy. All right, so not too bad, but it looks like we get our feet a little bit wet on Sand Creek. Might use this as a water source depending. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, I'm gonna use this as a water source. There should be water farther up. And knowing the Florida Trail, I can pretty much rely that there'll be water farther up, but I'm also gonna get it here just in case. How low do you go? Perfect. Looks like she gets schwacky on that other side. Gonna grab me some agua. All right, the Florida Trail keeps you wet. Entire time you're in Apalachicola, it's mud, wet. It's this type of swamps. It's pretty much the entire way. You don't get many breaks. The only time you get breaks is when you have connecting trail between these parts of trail. And that's not much, folks. Jesus. So Apalachicola, about 2 miles from the end, and it wants you to remember it. It's been pretty consistent mud and water slog after I filled up water at Sand Creek. It's, yeah, it wants you to remember. Apalachicola, that is, ooh, it's that sinking mud too. It just sucks your feet. Ooh, it's been one of the more difficult parts of the Florida Trail, that's for sure. It's just this all day. Ooh, baby. Slip and slide. Beautiful when it's dry. These land patches are few and far between though. It's still a little moist. It's the pockets of mud that get you. The water's not bad, that's just Florida. It's the mud in Apalachicola. Ooh, baby. Nope, it's not letting us out yet, folks. Not letting us out yet. How many shots have I had like this? I don't necessarily like to do the leg walking shot that a lot of hikers do. I don't know, it's not my style, but you kind of have to on the Florida Trail because you gotta just show almost 50% of your day sometimes. Sometimes it's 90, sometimes it's 100 is stepping through swamps. So yeah. Oh, look at that, dry ground. It'll probably change here shortly. Oh, I love it. I love it. It's just classic Florida. It's like, we'll put a bridge there, but don't you worry, we're gonna get you just a little wet. But this is actually pleasant. I don't know if they planned this because that let me wash my shoes off after getting them super muddy in that last little bit. So I like a lot. Let's see what this next section got. Believe it or not, I've started to forget about gators. And that's probably not necessarily a good comment, but you just become so kind of jaded with the amount of swamp travel you go through that it's like, oh, there's nothing in the swamps with me. You kind of forget about the critters of the swamp, which is a good thing and a bad thing. Yeah. All right, Apalachicola, we're getting close to the end here. Let's do it. I'll tell you what, I will always remember Apalachicola. It literally puts you in swamp till 0.1 before the end, if not right up until the end. I think 0.1 or 0.2 away from the trail register. As you can see, I'm still slipping and sliding. Wow. Yeah, Apalachicola is not something that I'll forget quickly. Like I was saying, it's not so much the water as it is that deep pockets of mud. What? Check this out. This is literally 0.1 before the end. Literally. A swamp as far as I can see. It's laughable sometimes. It is laughable. Okay. Literally all the way up to the trail register. Not like, oh, it stops. It's literally all the way up to the trail register. Oh my God, it's laughable. So for Sobos, literally as soon as you sign that trail register, you get into Apalachicola, you're gonna be swamp stepping the entire time. Wow. Oh, and I just hit a good pocket. Oh my God, literally the entire time. Wow. Oh, right before it too. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. Give me 1 second. All right, let's see. That was the thing I won't forget anytime soon. Said the same thing. Wow. Only rates are swamp and gut hooks. This built trail was underwater. Yep. Oh, Buck. We got close to you, man. I still don't know if we're going to catch you. All right, I'm going to sign and go find a spot to wait for Hardy. Probably at the parking over there. So, very cool. Oh, Apalachicola. You are beyond something. That person, as I was saying on the video even before I got here, that's not something I'll forget anytime soon. Apalachicola, literally, you can see it. As soon as you start it, it's mud, 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 water. Wow, that was a journey. That was a journey. All right, I'm gonna sign this so I can go sit down somewhere. Whew, baby, okay. All right, this is about 0.1 away from where I just filmed. Yeah, we are done the Apalachicola forest. More likely than not, Hardy and I are gonna end up camping somewhere around here. Nice and flat, and it's 4:30 and we got 10 miles to town, so we could make it. I don't know how far behind Hardy is, so I don't know. If he got here at 5, we'd make it into town at 8. There's really no point at that time besides staying there and waking up in town, but you're just spending more money at that point for a spot you're gonna sleep anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna post up here. Hardy shouldn't be too far behind. Oh, I like this. Start it there. What a section he threw here. And we're right there about. We're right there. Apalachicola, you are a beast. Oh, baby. So we get it to Bristol tomorrow. Then we just got easy street. Easy street to here. Oh, I can't even say that enough. Apalachicola, you're a beast. Oh, my shoes are just absolutely trashed. Yeah. All right. Kick it here. Hope Hardy catches up soon so we can make that judgment call. Because it's a little mosquito-y. All right. So hold up now. We just crossed into a time zone. We got another hour. It's 3 now. So we could get there by, it's 3:30. Hopefully Hardy gets here by 4. We might just walk into town. Didn't know. I just checked the map and right on that panhandle, I guess we hit the spot that the time zone changes. So that's super cool. More likely than not, we still won't walk into town because 10 more miles, we're just going to end up getting there for the night. So I don't know. See, this is the mind of a hiker. You're like, you know what? Can take it easy, but then you're like, 10 miles, I could do it, get food, get a shower because that's just trash. Yeah, so I don't know. We crossed a time zone that I didn't know about. Okay, when you cross out of Apalachicola, you don't just come out of a different world, you come out of a different time. Are they one and the same? Probably. All right, come on, Hardy. Catch up so we can make this judgment call. Whew. Okay, that gave me some energy. I might be down and push to town. Did I just say we weren't going to do that? I don't know. We will see. It's only 10 miles road walk. Okay, I can get down with it. All right. Good morning. It's either 3:30 or 4:30, depending what time zone you use. But when we were in that camp, we woke up at 2 because very pleasant night's sleep until then. But then 3 cars decided to pull in and they started to blast us with headlights. Let's blast them. They said let's blast them. They blasted them. So they blasted us with headlights and we were like, probably could go back to sleep in a sec. And then they started chucking planks out of their car. It sounded like they were consolidating trash. And then somebody said, well, we got a lot of setting up to do. So it sounded like they were going to be there all night, all morning, whatever, however you define it. So Hardy and I got stepping to around 3 a.m. Besides that, pleasant night's sleep. So that means we'll get into town around 6 or 7, depending on the time zone. Again, my clock keeps bouncing in and out between time zones. So we'll be getting in right around the time our restaurant opens up for breakfast. So 10 miles of road walk in the dark, not gonna really be able to see much. So I'll bring you along for the journey. Don't know how many video clips I'm gonna take, but yeah, that was interesting, getting hit by 3 cars high beams and then them just like talking and shooting the crap between them. And yeah, that was interesting. All right, we're gonna get stepping. All right, we've done about half the miles. We're about 5 miles from the restaurant, Apalachee Restaurant, and apparently it has an all-you-can-eat buffet. Don't know if that applies to mornings, but yeah, got about 5 more miles of this morning road walk. Again, don't really know what time it is. It keeps bouncing. Could be 4, could be 5. We've been on that kind of barrier of that time zone for a little bit, so either way, with 5 more miles, we'll get there either right when the restaurant's opening or about 40 minutes before. So, doesn't really matter. We're in the dark, we're road walking, night hiking, morning hiking more like. Whew. Yeah, so not really seeing anything. So besides this ugly mug, I don't know if y'all see much going into town. I'll try to compensate that with more film in town. I don't know. All right, gonna keep cruising. So I wondered why it was getting colder as I popped out of my puffy because it was starting to warm up. Now I found the reason, because it is in fact raining. We got close. We got close to town without the rain. But the rain has found us and we shall keep stepping. And it smells like rain, feels like rain, tastes like rain. But it's also going to taste like food in about 3 miles. So we can do this for 3 miles. It's not too bad yet. All right, we're getting rained on. Nothing like a early morning rain. Glad we got out of camp earlier. Less time walking in the rain. Thank you, people who were doing something at this spot. Have no idea what you all were doing. So passing by a Sitco, about 3 miles from town itself, but it looks open-ish. Looks like there's food in there as well, but I'm gonna try to get the rest of the miles in before it starts raining harder, because it is definitely raining. Cool looking spot though. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . So I believe that's the library of Bristol. But yeah, we got more important stuff on our minds. There's, in about a mile, is the restaurant, if that. So we're pushing. As you can see, it's wet out. Bristol has a lot. Wow, this is a really old shop. Bill's Hoggly Woggly. Oh, I wish I could zoom in. It's too wet for me to really. Oh, there you go. Bill's Hoggly Woggly. That's pretty awesome. Oh, can't zoom out now. Oh, maybe? Yep, there we go. Yeah, so we got about a mile to Apalachee Restaurant. And as you can see, that library, apparently it's got Wi-Fi, apparently it's got some goodies, good rest spot for hikers. But, yeah, if you hit that midday, it's good. But, we got other stuff on our mind. Next video is going to be the restaurant, probably. Whew, good sidewalk system through here. It's really long. It started like 3 miles ago, maybe. I like it. Good job, Bristol. I like it. Alright, I couldn't help myself. I had to get this video. Shout out to the cheetah from the lion. Roar. Ferocious. Ferocious wet lion right now. Super wet. Oh, rain. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there. These shots must suck so bad. I have to like crook my arm around a little bit. Oh, they must be absolutely terrible. Alright, to the restaurant. Alright, so made it. As you can see, soaked. Made it to the Apalachee Restaurant. And it says open. And there's lights on. And this door is open right here. But I don't think anybody's there. So I guess I'll wait outside. I guess wait for Hardy to catch up. Just use this as a dry spot for a second. The Snowbird Motel is like within sight when you pop out here. It's like 6 o'clock though, like 6:30. So don't want to go try to check in yet. That's too early. We've pushed early before of check-ins, but I don't think I've ever. No, Wisconsin. I did push a. I mean, they let me check in whenever. Like, I got there at 6:45, but they had just left the key on the dresser. So, yeah, Apalachicola, that section's done. I'm glad this rain didn't hit us while we were in there. That could have been something. Looking forward to this breakfast. Just got to wait. It says it's open. Try to open it. One of the doors opened, and the other one didn't. But it doesn't take much to please a hiker. I'm fiending for food, daydreaming about food. But I'm also happy just underneath an awning right now. It's cold rain. It's cold rain for Florida. So, yeah, we'll hopefully go back in. Well, we're going to have to go back into Bristol to get new shoes. And, yeah, that's kind of the plan. I'm going to kick it here, wait for the Hardy man. Cool.